in a Penguins uniform. Go back around, cut off by Iginla, plays it behind the net. Duchesne reverses it around. You'll see in front of the net in the Pittsburgh zone, number 27 for the Avalanche, and that is Jordan Caron. Ryan O'Reilly dashing out to center ice. Play broken up by the Pens. Picked up, pass ahead for Landeskog, coming down the middle. Nice pass, the shot, the save made by Fleury. A new face to talk about. He's taking the draw right now, number 38 for the Colorado Avalanche. That is Joey Hishin playing his first regular season game ever for the Avalanche. He's playing 3 playoff games this past spring against Minnesota, but McKinnon put to the near side by Lovejoy. Bounced back towards the red line and scooped up by McKinnon. He comes in, cuts the trailer. Barry turns and shoots, and a nice glove save made by Fleury because he had Landeskog right in front of him. Steve Downing for the former Avalanche, dipping the puck ahead to the corner. Punched up the wall. Lovejoy shoots, and Varlamov facing only his second shot.
All in or what?
Going for it this year.
This is they have said, you know what? With Yandel, they have as slick a passing defense, and then you've got Lundqvist in goal. I mean, if you believe, as many people do, Mike, that it's surprising that Crosby's only won it twice. It seems like he's won it more times than that. But the injuries have derailed him in a couple of seasons.
Shot save made by Varlamov. Penalty on Como for interference. Called at 13:51. First power play chance of the game for the Avalanche, but a 2-on-1 developing the other way. Shorthanded. Winnick shoots, and the blocker save made by Varlamov. Goes by Malkin. The puck given back to the Avs. Stewart spins. Makes the pass for O'Reilly. There's a chance for Barry. Terrific save by Fleury as Como comes out of the box. Iginla off the boards and out to center. Poked across the neutral zone. Shot from center right by Perron. Lovejoy's pass to Bennett. Down the slot. LaPierre can't get to it. Cut off by Genton. Circles back behind the net. Takes the pass. Quick touch pass for Hishin. Picking up speed into the zone. He shoots. Knocked down by Fleury.
I saw 29 McKinnon right there, Mike. He doesn't have the full mask on after breaking his nose last game against Minnesota.
Barry shot, safe, rebound, and Fleury just got his glove up in time. Handled by the Avalanche. They win the opening draw to the period. Long pass through at the middle for Iginla. Gains the line, fires, it's gone! Jarome Iginla, that is goal number 20 for Jarome Iginla. He just blasted that power play goal by Fleury to give the Avs the lead.
I mean, Mike, we're up here watching him, Mike, wind up for this. I mean, Fleury saw this the whole way. I don't believe that ramped up on the defenseman's stick. We'll have a good angle of it right here. I think that just blew by Fleury. But you know the really cool part, Mike? This is number 20 for Jarome Iginla.
Cole makes the handoff. Quick pass out towards center ice for Winnick. Skates in. He shoots. Sticked aside by goaltender Semyon Varlamov.
For the Colorado Avalanche in the Central Division.
Face-off control by the Avs. Lost by Holden. 2-on-1 for the Pens. The pass, the shot, the save by Varlamov. It's free. Whipped back by Kunitz to the corner. Pouliot. Bounce pass to center. Ever dangerous. Evgeny Malkin dropped it. Kunitz shoots, but Varlamov makes the save again. Pushed up the boards. Winnick to the point. With the pass, Scuderi shoots, and another nice save by Varlamov.
LA Kings, but so overall, it's been almost perfect for the Colorado Avalanche the last 8 games.
And the Avs have the pocket as Everberg coming in. He shoots, and Fleury forced to make a glove save. So far, a minute into the penalty on Hayda. We're holding at 6:07. The trailer is Malkin. He gets the pass. And poke checked away by O'Reilly. It's a race for the puck. O'Reilly has got it. And can't get a shot off. He did. Into the corner. They hand off to Crosby. Sidney Crosby with the puck. Pass to Malkin. Cross ice for Letang. And trying to get those sticks down low. Shot by Hornquist gets blocked. And the puck is popped out to center. Rolling into the Avalanche zone. 11 minutes to go in the second. 1-0. What is it about these games between these two teams? We just don't see a lot of goals. Sutter's pass across the rink. Cole hooks it back behind the net. Shot in front. Stopped by Varlamov. Pittsburgh net centered for Red, and he shoots and pinged it off the post. Back around. Picked up by Landeskog. Feeds it. Pass in front. Nathan MacKinnon will get credit for the goal, and the Avalanche are up 2-0 over Pittsburgh.
Well, MacKinnon might start at this play with some great puck movement on his own, stick handling just around the blue line. And then all of a sudden the Avalanche were rotating, moving around. Landeskog will pick up his second assist of the game. Nice pass to Hayden, but watch the play Hayden makes. Right there, he waits, and then that is a direct pass. That is not a shot on goal that MacKinnon tipped. That is a pass by Hayden down low to MacKinnon, stick on the ice hard. And did that bounce off the skate, Mike?
That's what I thought initially.
Yeah.
2-0 for the Avalanche. Iginla and MacKinnon with the goals. Martin makes the pass. Sutter turns and shoots, and Varlamov makes the save.
No, you know, I was so done when I was done. Hanging around another 46 games would have been a pathetic thing.
Save made by Varlamov, and then he's able to...
They're up against it. There's no question about it. They're 10 points out coming into tonight. But so they have to have a lot of people really play well. Another thing they can't do, Mike, is blow a 2-goal lead in the third period.
Pass to LaPierre. Threw it out in front. And then ricochet to McLeod. Puts it in towards the net. And Fleury off the boards.
It's around the boards, and it takes away 30 seconds.
That's it. Power play is done. Out of the box is Pouliot. That's the end of the power play chance. Win it. Puts it in towards Varlamov. Kicks it to the far side. Downey. Oh, Pittsburgh trying to get guys off. Guys falling down, trying to get through the door.
Almost broke their ankles trying to get off.
Duchesne, backhander, save made by Marc-Andre Fleury. Avs regain possession. MacKinnon to Tanguay, right at the line, held up, stripped away, carried by Malkin. He's got a man with him, cuts across, he shoots, and scores! Well, we talked about we hadn't seen much from Crosby or Malkin, and then all of a sudden Malkin does what only Malkin can do. And that is now 6 games in a row with a point for Evgeny Malkin.
Does he dance through the middle? I mean, this is, fans, I'm telling you right here, this is gorgeous. Now, the Avalanche have the puck, and they're going to be kicking themselves. They cough it up right there because all of a sudden you give it to the wrong guy. And Malkin just comes down, and that's the power that he has. He's coming across so hard. And he not only got the shot on, then he grabbed the rebound and was able to put it. Watch, here comes, boom. He just comes right to left all the way through. I believe that actually hit a hold of, and then the Avalanche get unlucky because
Letang shoots. He missed the net. Again, trying to clear. Flag down. Hornquist turns and shoots, and the save made by Varlamov. Leads Malkin. Skates through center. His pass comes back to him. Oh, my goodness. He comes in. He shoots. He almost scored that. Oh, holy cow. Pass comes across. Como. Fire. Save. Rebound. Kicked into the corner. It's across in a skate. And O'Reilly steals it away. Gets to the bite from Landeskog. He cuts in. He shoots. The captain gave Landeskog. Big goal for the Avs. It gives them a 3-1 lead.
what a game the captain is having tonight. Holy cow, but let's take you back a minute or so ago, maybe 2, and Malkin, great opportunity, just a great shift, great play right here. Just, I mean, Mike, there's the size and power of Malkin. But this play, they break it up at the blue line, looked like Pittsburgh was coming along and just I mean, you just don't see an NHL defenseman get beat like this very often. What a nice move by Gabe Landeskog. Left winger coming down that right side, Mike. He just goes right, left, steps into the middle, and just throws it. Pass.
Guy has the puck. Cross-ice pass. Everberg cuts in. What a move. Rebound shot. Score!
No goal, Mike. No goal, Mike. They're going to wave it off.
There's no goal on the play as the Avalanche player reversed the Pittsburgh goalie prior to the goal.
You know, Mike, I think
Downey through center. Spreads a pass across. Shot uprising. And the stop by Varlamov as Downey crashed in. And they are going to win this game. Nathan MacKinnon will get the game-winning goal. McGinley got his 20th of the season. Landeskog with a huge goal for the Avalanche in the third.